Greetings, this is Charles McCall with Mentoring Growing Leaders again. And we've been working our way through this book by John Maxwell, John C. Maxwell, Relationships 101. It's published by Thomas Nelson Publishers. You might find it a little difficult to get your hands on this book. And so it's for that reason that I wanted to do a short series. There are 8 chapters, and I'm going to go through each chapter and share a little bit. John Maxwell is amazing. John Maxwell can say so much in such a small space. I've taught many of his lessons over the years. And for almost every time, for one of his lessons, I have to teach it into 3 segments because it's just so much information. There's no way that you can adequately cover it, thoroughly cover it, justifiably cover it in only one session. And so even though this is a short chapter, Relationships 101, what every leader needs to know, and this particular chapter is on how can I build trust with others. And even though it's a short chapter, we're going to do 3 sections again, part 1, part 2, and part 3. And so we're moving in to lesson number 6, part 1, 6A, part 1, how can I build trust with others? Again, just a very powerful message in this chapter. Almost every paragraph is power-packed. I'm going to be quoting a lot from John in this book because he just says it. When your words and actions meet, when your words and actions match, people know they can trust you. We're talking about how can we build close relationships with our family, with our neighbors, with our friends, with our co-workers, with our bosses, with our employees. How can we build close relationships with them? Because relationships is a foundation of success. And it's rare, maybe impossible for one person to do everything by themselves. They always work together with a team, always others who speak into our lives and to add to what we're trying to do. And so it's very rare for a person just to be a mountain or just to be an island and do things by themselves. And we need other people. We need relationships. And so trust is one of the foundations to building close relationships. And so when our words and our actions match, then people know they can trust us. When others cannot trust us, it's very difficult to have a close relationship with them. If they're suspicious of our motives, or if they see what's called duplicity, if they see contradictions, if they see things that don't match in our lives, they're going to be suspicious of our motives on why are we doing this, why do we want this kind of relationship, and they're going to be hesitant to give everything to that relationship. If others cannot trust us, it's very difficult to build close relationships. When we lie, when we deceive, when we do not fulfill our promises, it's difficult for people to trust us. And it becomes difficult to have a close relationship. Again, trust is a foundation of relationship. And if people think if we've lied once to them, if we've deceived them once, if we haven't fulfilled our promise to them a couple times, then they begin to doubt our sincerity. They begin to see that our words don't match up with our actions. And they're not sure if they're going to trust us again. They're not sure if they're going to give themselves to us, give their time to us, give their finances to us, if they don't feel that they can trust us because we have lied to them, we have deceived them in some way, we have not kept our promises. Very difficult to build a close relationship with people. In John's book, he quotes Stephen Covey from Stephen Covey's books. He quotes him extensively in the first page or so. Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And Stephen Covey says this, that John quotes in his book. If I try to use human influence strategies and tactics to get people to do what I want, to work better, to become more motivated, while my character is flawed, then in the end, I won't be successful. There's human influence strategies and tactics. Some of them are in here, and they're valid. There's many you can find in books, well-written books, well-intentioned books, and they're good strategies. That's what I'm trying to do with you. I'm trying to give you strategies on how to build close relationships with others. But if I use these kind of strategies and yet my character is flawed, in the end, I won't be successful, because people will know there's something about me that they can't trust. Stephen Covey goes on to say, my hypocrisy will create distrust between me and others. Everything I do, even if I use good human relationship techniques, will seem as though I'm manipulating people for my own success. Only basic goodness will bring success. So if people feel they can't trust me, then they're going to feel that maybe I'm manipulating them. Maybe I'm just trying to work things around so I can get something out of them. And he says in his conclusion, only basic goodness will bring about success. John Maxwell quotes in his book, out of 1,300 senior executives, 71% said that integrity was the quality most needed to be successful in business. What is the quality most needed to be successful in business? Is it language? Is it management? Is it leadership? Is it advertising, marketing? All of these are important. Relationships, all of them are important. But 71% of these 1,300 senior executives, they said integrity is the most quality needed to be successful in business. Integrity is when our words and our actions are the same. Integrity, good character, when our words and our actions are the same. Integrity builds trust. When a person compromises his integrity by betraying trust, he almost never moves to the top of an organization. And if he does move to the top, he doesn't stay there very long. Because integrity is like having a flaw in the foundation. And eventually, it will bring people down. It will bring you and I down. Don Maxwell talks in his book about integrity is about the small things in our life. Integrity is the foundation upon which many other qualities for success are built, such as respect, dignity, and trust. You would notice he's not talking about skills. He's not talking about financial skills, banking skills, marketing skills. But he's talking about keys to success are associated with our character. Because even though we can have a whole lot of skills, if there's something wrong with our character, it will affect our success. I used to tell students who would study English and computer and office skills with us at our office skills training school in Cambodia, I would say that your language and your skills will get you the job, but it's your character that will keep you in the job. Integrity is the foundation upon which many other qualities for success are built, such as respect, dignity, and trust. If the foundation of integrity is weak or fundamentally flawed, then success is impossible. Some people's character is fundamentally flawed. They've been raised in a family, they've been raised in a society, they've been raised in an environment that does not place a high value on integrity, and so therefore their integrity is flawed. Their integrity has a crack. Their foundation is weak. And if that is not repaired, and it can be repaired, then it's going to be difficult for them to find long-term true success. And so it's not within the scope of this short lesson to define it, but the question needs to be asked, what is success? Is success having a lot of money, a bank account, being financially secure? Is success owning property and having a house or multiple houses? Is success having your name in lights and streets named after you and monuments erected? Is that what success is? Or maybe success is something else. So that really is a key question. You'll have to answer that some other time. Integrity is about the small things. If you can't trust a person, John Maxwell says, if you can't trust a person at all points, you can't trust him or her at any point. If you can't trust them in everything, then you can't trust them in nothing. Even if people who are able to hide their lack of integrity for a period of time, they will eventually experience failure and the relationships will suffer. Flaws in our integrity Poor character will eventually catch up to a person. Read the books of history. Read the historical accounts of people who have been successful in the eyes of the world, and the ones who have fallen, it's been a result of a flaw in their integrity. Many people don't understand that we must take care of the little things in our life in regards to integrity. Many people think if they cheat here or there, it'll all work out in the end. What they don't know is that those little things are ways of thinking and doing that we bring from our low level of leadership into our high level of leadership. Cheating a little bit here or there, lying a little bit here or there, not being completely honest or cutting corners here or there. We think they're small things, and in the big picture, they're not that big of a deal. But what we've done is we've created something within us that we carry with us through every phase of our life, unless we make course corrections. Good character is developed in the small moments of our lives. John Maxwell points out, small lie, still a lie, and it leads to a bigger lie. Stealing $1 is stealing, and it may lead to stealing $1,000 because we've allowed a crack to come into our character. We've allowed a door to be open, and usually something small leads to something bigger. Anytime we break a moral principle, we create a small crack in the foundation of our integrity. Anytime we compromise our morals, anytime we compromise what we know is the right thing to do, even in the smallest ways, we open up a little crack. We create a little crack in the foundation of our integrity and our character. And when times get tough, it makes it more difficult to act with integrity, not easier. And so when pressure comes upon us, because we've created that small crack, we've allowed that flaw in our integrity and character to exist, when pressure comes on us, the tendency is to lean toward that negative thing rather than the positive thing. It's just nature. Everything you've done in the past and everything you've chosen not to do in the past comes to the surface under pressure. Family pressure, work pressure, societal pressure. Pressure is put on us. What's on the inside of us comes out. And if we've laid a foundation, if we've laid a good foundation of integrity and good character, well, then that will come out. But if we have weaknesses and flaws in our integrity and character, when pressure comes, in whatever form it may be, it comes out. You'll see what's on the inside. If we haven't taken care of the small things, they will turn into big things. Developing and maintaining good character requires constant attention. We can't just say, I've done it once, that's good. I've made a promise, I made a commitment, and that's good. No, it is a lifelong commitment that we're going to commit ourselves to good character and integrity. John Maxwell says, don't do what you wouldn't want people reading about in the newspaper. If you don't want people to read about the things that you've done in secret in the newspaper, the things that you're tempted to do, the negative things, the things that would spring from a bad character or low or no integrity, don't do anything unless you're willing for people to read about it in the newspaper. If you would be ashamed, in other words, what he's saying, if you would be ashamed of what you're getting ready to do or what you have done, you should not do it. Conclusion. Have you ever had someone that you believed in cheat you? How did you feel when they did that? Do you feel that you have cracks in the foundation of your integrity after listening to this first lesson? Do you ever cave in to pressure to do things that you really don't feel comfortable doing because somebody has authority in your life or influence in your life, pressures you to do it? What is one area in your life that you can commit to living a life of integrity? What is one area of your life? Finances, sexuality, honesty, words, faithfulness. What is one area in your life that you can choose today that you will commit to having good character and integrity? Thank you for viewing this. This is only part 1. We have 2 more parts to go. And if you like this video, if it's been helpful and challenging to you like it has been to me, share it with someone else. Share the link with someone else. I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Click the like button on this video and the bell button so you know the next time that I upload another video. Thank you so much.